get started soon. So, hi, welcome. It's been a while since I posted on the channel. I just finished my first semester of medical school here in New York City. Um, I attend New York College of Pediatric Medicine, and it's quite, as I mentioned previously, it's quite close to my apartment, basically. So it was my first choice. But yeah, uh, let's get started, I guess. First, I would like to share my school's schedule, basically. It was extremely hectic. I've never done anything like this before. Um, like for the past few years before applying, I've been pretty much a lazy bum, not really studying much or putting in as many hours. But what became pretty obvious really quickly is how much hours you actually have to put in to do well, at least in medical school. It's not that hard to score passing grades, but to do well and actually um, get the GPA and resident and match the residency and whatnot, you're gonna have to put in a lot of work. Like for me, especially as someone from a non-traditional, non-science major with a post-bachelorate, I struggled a lot. So I had to make up for that with extra time, and I actually managed to score top 15 of my year, basically. So yeah, I'll just go through the schedule really quickly. We had about, I think, 25 to 31 exams over the span of only 3 months. So um, a lot of these were uh, about 2 exams per week. So right off the bat, on the third week, we had our first exam. It started off slow with a lot of these Jewish holidays, right? That's actually bad for us because all these lectures, all these lectures that are not being tested on, right? You're gonna forget them. We had a ton of these genetics lectures, um, and the first exam was on October, and we had all these exams lining up from like September, August, and whatnot, end of August. So a lot of this content you kind of forget. And look at the spacing of these exams. 2 days, 3 days. It's Monday and Friday, Monday and Friday. Look, this is where the fun begins. This first week. From here all the way till the end. Monday, Friday, Monday, Friday, Monday, Friday, Monday. This one's Wednesday, Friday. This one was a big week for physio. The quiz was worth 10%, and this one was worth 20% of the overall grade. Again, Tuesday, Friday. Look at the gap, just 2 days. You only have 2 days to prepare for this exam, pretty much. And with this exam, look at this, just the weekend for this Monday exam. This Friday, Monday, Friday, Tuesday, Friday, and then it just goes on and on. It was brutal. But yeah, the classes we had at NYCPM for first semester was bacteriology. For those of us who didn't start in January, we have like 2 branches. There are these 20 or so students who started early, so they take less classes throughout the first 2 years compared to us. But yeah, we had histology, which is studying. It's like anatomy, but on a smaller scale. Structure and function of small parts, basically. Uh, Biochemistry, the big bad one. Everyone hates it. Genetics. Physiology, which is the function part of the structure. This is more of how everything is interconnected in the body. What else we have? Five classes. Histo, physio, biochem, bacteriology, genetics. Yeah, yeah. It's just back to back to back to back to back. And then even the finals. Look at the finals. Finals are cumulative, by the way, except for this biochem one. But even that was relatively cumulative. Look at these. This one was the biggest gap we got. but like exam, final, 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 2 days, final, final. So this is today. I'm done. I have a story to tell for the histo one. We had some drama today. But yeah, that's about it. For those students who fail, they actually get one last chance to retest. If they pass, they get like a C minus grade or something. F minus, I think. But yeah, that's the schedule. Let's go back a bit. Let's see. What else can I talk about? Oh yeah. So yeah, I let me talk a bit about my timeline for applying, getting in, and finishing the first semester, I guess. For podiatry schools, we had to apply by July, I believe, and I applied on literally like the last day. It was as late as it gets, and it's a rolling admission, so I was at a huge disadvantage. But yeah, okay. Um, so yeah, you apply in July. The classes start in like August or something. I forgot, August 15 or something. For our school, we go all out, and then they give us a nice warm welcome with a welcoming cruise. If you just Google NYCPM welcome cruise or something, you'll probably see it. And a couple of days after that, we had our white coat ceremony. You probably already know what that is. Uh, because of COVID, the previous batch, the 2024, weren't able to do their white coat ceremony last year. So we shared the class of 2025, my one, and the previous year shared the ceremony. It was wonderful. Yeah, it really hypes you up at the start before the shit show. Uh, but yeah, uh, and then it's just yeah, we just do classes, exams after exams. Uh, for my exams, I did relatively well. I did really well actually. Usually I scored on the top 20 percentile, 15 percentile. There were a few where I scored the top number one rank as well. Um, Let me show some of my notes. But it wasn't easy, especially since I'm not from a science major, uh, or like a hard science major. For example, let me show my physio, the one where I got 100. So here, I'll just go through my OneNotes. Oh yeah, so let me explain the setup I have over here. This is a pen display. It's pretty big. It's like a 24-inch display with pressure sensitive pen. Uh, yeah, it's imagine like a whiteboard, but it's everything's digital. And with OneNote, everything's synced across all my devices, including phone and whatnot. So yeah, for let me see if I can get this to work. I like to draw out everything. Um, you call it visual learning or whatever. But yeah, I there's the cardiac cycle. Kept writing it again and again and again. I wrote down all the notes. I like to go all out, coloring, redrawing, and encoding everything on my own. I don't think there are any other students to do this because this is extremely time consuming. This strategy doesn't really work when you have like 2 days, 2 days to prepare for exams. So yeah, I was able to do this early on in the semester, like all these pretty notes, and not missing any details of the lectures. That's what led me to the top. But near the end, as we got more and more workload, it was insane. Let me show some of my nice bacteriology slides. This one you learn all about all the bugs. But yeah, with this big ass screen, I see the big picture and can make all connections and whatnot. This is like the algorithm for finding gram-positive and gram-positive bacteria. I write down all the pertinent details, and then when revising, it's very easy. Uh, just just looking at the pictures and knowing symptoms and whatnot. immediately. Yeah, that's still. This one scares people. Biochemistry. At first, I went all out and learned all the structures too. But yeah, this is a really difficult course. Uh, all the chemical reactions inside you. We had like 30 chapters, and we had to cover it within like 3 months. So 7 exams. Thankfully, it wasn't. The final wasn't cumulative. But yeah, a lot of memorization for this class. A lot of memorization in general for med school can't be helped. But yeah, what else can I talk about? Um, Time management, I guess. Like I said, I had like severe disadvantages going in without taking a lot of the prerequisite classes like biochem. This was literally my first time taking biochem in med school. Um, so I had to put extra work. No partying. I think I worked for about minimum 80 hours, max like 110 or more hours per week without any days off, a single day off, without a single day off since the start of the semester. This is the Yeah, that's just the reality. Uh, Not much time to faff around. Almost every waking moment went into studying. Yeah, the it's really hard, but yeah, for me, med school was okay. Like I'm pretty good at grasping the material first time around, so it wasn't too bad. But for a lot of people, I think what they do is just listen to lectures passively. It goes in one end and exits the other without really much going on. So yeah, that's no good. Uh, my method of encoding and writing down everything in my own way really helped memorize everything easily. See. Oh yeah, since this is my first semester, I I pretty much experimented anything and everything that most people what do you call it, suggested basically. Like try Pomodoro, try like time management Pomodoros. I did that. Try Anki decks, flashcards. I did that. Um, I did my own methods. This is this own made up method of using my pen display to draw out everything. That seems to be my best winning strat basically. Uh, some people are like just keep watching lectures, class capture lectures again and again. I tried that as well. So yeah, first semester is the time. It's like the lowest stakes technically. So you should be experimenting as much as you can to find your winning strat. I was fortunate enough to find my winning strat pretty early on. Uh, but the down, know your strengths and weaknesses. Basically, this strat doesn't work if you only have like one day to prepare for memorizing like 1,000 pages or something, which we had to do. Memorize that much in just like 2 days or so. It's insane. Um, but yeah, it's just something you gotta experiment with. And what else? Time management. Oh yeah, yeah. I guess now would be a good time to explain the drama that happened today. So today was our last day of class, last day of finals, I should say, the last final, and it was gonna be this huge cumulative exam for our histology class, and I guess it was like I don't know if it was divine intervention or some kind of fate or what. It was like the perfect storm. So we have our iPads where we take our exams. Um, Normally, it locks you out from using any other app during the exam, and it also forces you to go to airplane mode and turn off Wi-Fi and whatnot, all that jazz, all that security stuff, right? But for today, for some reason, for the first time ever, it didn't ask us to turn off the Wi-Fi or go into airplane mode. We were locked out of the other apps, like, and the exam was proceeding. And then all of a sudden, like half of the class just goes off and like they get kicked out of the exam. And then I guess that was when the iPad decided to try and reconnect to the Wi-Fi or something. And once it did, it was like, oh, something's wrong. And they kicked people out of the exam. And then in batches after batches, like more and more people kept getting kicked out of the exam. And it was crazy. And people were thinking like, oh, we're probably gonna have to retake this exam. Um, Maybe later. The original plan was to restart the exam immediately afterwards. We found out like 40 minutes in, and if we restarted the exam, it would have been an additional 2.5 hours. But everyone already saw the questions, and they were discussing all the answers. So the exam's integrity was gone, pretty much. People were going to the bathroom, they could have easily. So yeah, the exam's integrity was just gone, and we couldn't reuse the same exam. It wouldn't have been fair. And ultimately, the professor decided to cancel the exam. uh, it was so many technical difficulties at once. The Wi-Fi wasn't coming back online, so even if we did restart the exam, or if she made up a new exam on the spot, we wouldn't have been able to upload it. Uh, but yeah, fortunately, the exam was canceled. It was gonna be crazy. It was gonna be a bloodbath for everyone, pretty much. Just because of the sheer amount of volume we had to memorize for this class. But yeah, let me talk a little bit about my living conditions here. As I said, I got into my top choice of med school here in New York City, and it's fairly close to my apartment. It's like a 30-minute commute. I usually wake up at like, I sleep like 9 to 3, 9 p.m. to 3 a.m., and then I go to class at like 7, no, 8. I leave at 8, and I arrive by like 8:30, 8:40. Class starts at 9 a.m. until 5. I don't pay attention to class. I listen to class captures of previous lectures for the class for the exam that's coming up. I've been doing that for the whole semester, and it has been working fine for me. Just because we have a good system to record all our class captures. But yeah, uh, not much to say. I don't know. Med school's it's it's a lot of work, but I think it's boring to a lot of to outsiders. I don't know. Because it's just the grind all day, every day. Fortunately, I've been not you don't really have time. I didn't have At least I didn't have much time for friends or video games or whatever. So what I just did was just hang out in Discord and in like a public Discord and with my friends. If they were available, they'd just hop in and then we'd chat for a few minutes and I'd be still working in the background. So yeah, uh, that's how I've been kind of keeping up with my friends as well. And yeah, uh, another big aspect would be, I guess, the finances. For my med school, it costs about 60,000 US dollars per year for 4 years. And with my current academic standing, I should qualify for merit-based scholarship starting next year, and that will chop out about 10,000 out of the 60,000 per year. Um, so yeah, I think it's the cheapest among other podiatry schools. Most other ones cost like 80,000, I think, per year. MDDO schools cost even more, I believe. It's expensive. You can easily go to like 80,000, yeah, 80 or more per year. But yeah, I'm fortunate enough to basically dorm and live here with my family, just to stay, and food and other expenses are covered by them. So I save money there. So it's just my tuition that's racking up debt. I should be ending up with roughly 240,000 at the end of 4 years, and then I begin to earn through residency. Residency is another beast, though. It's like you get paid minimum wage for more than 80 hours of work, and you're pretty much living in the hospital. But hopefully, I match into a residency program I like. That's why I'm struggling so hard. That's why I'm trying so hard in med school. to get to the top percentile, and then basically have that advantage. I want to. It's essentially like getting the job you want, and training with whatever professionals you like basically. But yeah, not much else to say. Gaming wise, like I said, I couldn't do much. During the break, I might play a little, but honestly, I don't I don't feel like it as much. I still have to prepare for next semester, because that's gonna be a shit show. Like if you scroll back to the video, earlier on I showed my schedule, like at the start of this video. Uh, it was terrible, but then next semester it's gonna be even worse because we have anatomy, which is like one of the hardest classes apparently. So yeah, I'll be spending my winter recess prepping for anatomy for over the next 3 weeks, I think. Not gonna really take a break, keep grinding. But yeah, I'll. I don't know if people will be watching my channel much, especially with no art nights or gaming videos. I might post gaming videos. I don't know. I don't really do much anymore. Um, but yeah, I do have plans for maybe vlogging or something. I don't know. I'll have to maybe get maybe learn some editing, video editing, and see what I can do. But yeah, that's about it. It's a dry, boring life, I guess, for me right now, and will be. But the fun begins in 2 years when I actually get to operate on or work on patients, real life patients. Oh yeah, I might actually upload my first. I'll probably document my experience suturing. I'll probably do it tomorrow actually. Like I heard it takes like 4,000 sutures to get decent at it. So it'll be interesting seeing my progress from like day one to maybe in a few years or so when I perfect my techniques. I might post videos on other surgical techniques or whatever. But yeah, that's kind of the direction of this channel. Uh, yeah. Unfortunately, I'm just out of stamina by now. As I showed with my schedule, it's been jam packed past few months, and for once I get to breathe a bit with no exam chasing. Like every two 3 days, just exam after exam after exam after exam after exam. Yeah, yeah. Maybe I'll do something fun this break. Uh, oh yeah, I plan on going back to my sim racing. I'll probably I might post videos. I don't know. Probably just do it on my own. I don't know. But yeah, take care. I just wanted to post a progress report, I guess. Um, I'll probably upload a video tomorrow of the suturing. I don't know if anyone would be interested, especially from my old audience for ArtNext. I don't know. You may want to watch like a real Dakota tries uh, lab or medical techniques. Yeah, should be fun. Take care.